Oh no, and I've got it on in the room again. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live from the Danger Gallery. It is Saturday night, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Are you guys feeling the just like lethargic energy of winter plus pandemic? Because I think that we absolutely are. And I want this show to kind of just give you guys a boost of energy. It's like whatever you need right now, and I think that we all need so much. So I'm so happy to be here to put energy into this show tonight. And I want to say hi to everybody who's in the chat with us. Mr. Adam Ace, who's requesting fresh face. We've got Danger Mom, really looking forward to our time together. Lori, Beth, and John. Oswald, excellent. We've already got a whole bunch of people here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Oh, Leslie, who just moved to Asheville, North Carolina. It's probably a little bit nicer there. Excellent. We are here from it. Kim and John, excellent. Yay! All right, cool. Well, we got our normal crew. I want to spread this the word that we have this show here tonight, because we haven't been doing Wednesdays, as you guys might have realized. And it's just a temporary break. And I kind of realized that it is the perfect time for us to take a break because we're, in the middle of upgrading all the equipment in the gallery. Jeff is making all sorts of cool wood projects in his new wood class. But on top of what I just said, we, going through winter in a pandemic, depending upon where you live in the world, it is, freezing and miserable here. And we've definitely felt like we've wanted to hibernate and just kind of live under a blanket and curl up on the couch and have just like cozy days and nights. And it's been really tough. The weather definitely affects your mood. And this time of year is especially hard when you're in a place like where we are, which I didn't mention. We are live from Stamford, Connecticut at the Danger Gallery, an immersive video art space here. And yeah, if any of you guys are on the Northeast coast, we feel you. And I just wanted to also kind of say, because someone reminded me of this the other day, to kind of let yourself off the hook right now. If you're feeling like down and you really feel like you should be doing more, being more productive, or feeling better, we're all feeling the same thing. And I just wanted to kind of take a moment to tell you that, because it was nice for me to hear, for someone to remind me, that it's okay to kind of feel like crap right now.
Yeah, we're doing a good job of that.
Well, I think it's worth talking about, and and it's part of why I want to do these shows here, is to offset some of those feelings. Yeah. And so that, because it's so hard. We're almost coming up to a year of all being in quarantine or lockdown of some kind.
We were just talking about that.
No live events, no hanging out with your friends and going out to bars and restaurants. We've completely cut restaurants out of our life, other than takeout. And we might be an unusual couple of people who are being extra cautious, but I'm happy to be extra cautious.
Yeah.
But it definitely takes a toll on you, and we so miss our friends, and that's why we're like really happy that you guys are here with us. And we want to stay connected as much as we possibly can. So
I miss my mom too. She's on. Hi, Mom.
Aw, hey, Mama T. Thanks for being here, Mama T. We got the moms.
Yeah. I want to know how somehow last night at a family get together, my niece's birthday last night, somehow the painful story of me leaving summer camp was brought up, and my entire family laughed at me, and I just missed everybody so much.
I get that.
I just missed everybody so much because that's kind of how it goes. I do stupid stuff and they laugh at me. That's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Well, do we have to tell the story here?
No.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. It's just camp.
I don't even know if I know the story.
It was camp, and I was a little kid, and I was homesick and crying in my tent every night, so I went home, basically.
That's really sweet.
And I made up some story that, like, I got sick off of eating peanut butter. Yeah, that was it. It was the peanut butter. It made me sick. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're, like, homesick for all of us kind of being under the same roof. And I want to give a shout-out to a few friends of mine, and Oswald included, who said, once COVID is over, I want to come visit the Danger Gallery. And so I said, we're definitely going to be having some epic parties in the future.
Man, that's going to be crazy.
Hugs that last a little too long.
Clothing optional.
Clothing.
Skyclad. Yeah, Holly and I Holly and I never quite participated in the nudist way of life. We have definitely been in festivals where it was on display for all to see.
Yes.
Burning Man and a couple other places. So they always
Starwood was the other festival.
Yeah, the way that it was, I don't know if it was a code word or it was just a term of endearment, but if you're not wearing anything, you're sky clad. So I'm going out sky clad. That's amazing. Sky clad.
I want to pop into the chat and say Leslie said she got her T-shirt.
All right.
Thank you to those of you guys who have
That's great.
purchased the Inside Joke T-shirt that is on our Holly Danger shop. We're definitely be making more of those. And I'll tell you this, this week I'm working on a Hot Pipes shirt. So we're going to kind of, I'm going to take like a high-res photo of the stickers in here, which are like all funky offset letters, you know, just so that people don't burn their ass when they come in here and lean up against the hot pipes.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you pause this on your phone? 'Cause it was paused.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not even in the screen right now.
Oh, that's
so if you
weird.
want, if you want to see something more updated, we have to reload this. 1 second.
Okay. So while Jeff is doing that, I wanted to say a couple of quick things. One, today, now I know Jeff doesn't believe in this, but for those of you who do, today is the last day of Mercury retrograde. So any extra weird things going on in the world, communications getting lost and old emotions and old feelings and unresolved issues coming up, hopefully, with the planets going in the other direction now, we will start to see a change. I know, you don't have to comment on that. But for those of you who do feel like that does affect things, it's ending. And
because the planets don't go in the other direction.
You're right. I actually think that there's some science behind that where they don't actually go, but they look like they're going in the other direction.
They just appear that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
but there are all these mysterious things that seem to happen. You know, and it all happens around that time. It's just, it's a weird coincidence. And
I'm not gonna, whatever.
So anyway, so that's ending tonight.
Just like,
hurrah.
You know, it's just like, oh, I'm having a bad day. It must be a planet. You know, seems kind of like an easy way out.
Well, I think there's no certainty in the world and anything is possible.
That is true. Look, that's it.
But wait,
anyway.
before you go, I wanted to say one more exciting thing, at least it was exciting for me, is that I actually got awarded a really cool honor this week of becoming the it was like I got the Connecticut Artists Fellowship. There were 30 plus other people who got it along with me, but it's a highly competitive grant, kind of a grant that I submitted to several months ago.
Yeah.
And I shared my story. I told them, that I left my day job of 12 years and I had always had my artwork on the side and, kind of just started building it up in the last 2 years, having left my day job and gone full-time danger. And it was really nice to kind of tell that story and show some of the work we've done. And it must have resonated because
that's awesome.
They selected me as one of their fellowship recipients.
Hell yeah.
And so I'm really excited because all that means is that we get a little bit of extra grant money to put into the Danger Gallery and to continue what we've started here. So
love it. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. So with
Congrats
that said,
to this lady kicking ass.
What's that?
I said you're kicking ass.
Woo! Mwah. Thank you. And, I could never do any of this stuff without Mr. Fresh Face. He has really helped me bring out, the work that I find difficult to do by myself. It's the two of us together have really strengthened each other's ideas and energy in so many different directions. And I really owe a lot of this kind of success to doing this type of work with Jeff. So thank you, Jeff. Okay, guys, so I think I'm about to get started. If you know anybody else that might enjoy some live music and visuals from our gallery tonight, please post it on, share the show on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you want to. Maybe DM somebody, let them know that we're doing this. We're going to be here till around 10-ish. And I think I've got a mix. It's kind of like a chill upbeat mix. It's like not super upbeat tonight because I guess that's where my energy was and I matched my energy. So I hope that that's cool with you guys. I start with Oh gosh, what's the name of the song? This one I dedicate to Mr. Adam Ace out there because he said that this was one of his favorites. I think it's called Mrs. Bongo by Tosca, if I'm correct. I'll have to correct myself if I'm wrong. But anyway, I thought it was the perfect opener because it's just super smooth and just kind of eases us into the night and just kind of gets into your soul a little bit. It makes you feel warm and comforted. So that's kind of what I needed. So network. All right, guys. So we are about to start. Sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy.
Flash. really tried to find you this morning. I 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 really tried really try to find you.
Right, everybody. Holly's microphone just died, so I'm going to take over here for a minute and say, hot damn, Jeff did a great job of switching those cameras tonight. Woo! All right, so let me have this over to Holly over here. 1 second, everybody. Yeah, everybody stick around. We're going to do some couch talk here. Here, I got it.
All right, can you hear me now?
Try it again.
Test, test, test.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, great.
Everybody can hear me too. Everybody? Okay, you're good to go.
Woo! And we are back. Thank you guys for hanging out and being part of that journey that we were on there. As you guys know, as my regulars who show up here each week, I like to do a mix of favorite tracks that I'm kind of creating with in the gallery, mixed with new tracks that I'm kind of doing like some deep listening throughout the week and collecting and listening to different sounds and putting different rhythms and flow together. But it all kind of comes together the very moment that we hit the button live here. Like I'm actually kind of changing up and curating the music right until the last second, you know, to really kind of hone in and align with like what I'm feeling and the mood that I want to bring to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. There were some tracks in there that I've never performed before, so it's kind of an exploration for me. Everything that I'm doing visually is live and spontaneous. I feel like I'm collaging as I'm going, and so that's kind of what you see as the images develop, kind of listening to different parts of the song and different beats and rhythms, you know, and trying to visualize what they feel like in the moment. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it is a constant like part of my creative journey and my creative process. So thanks for kind of peeking in. I feel like, you know, this is like a window into the Danger Gallery to kind of see what we do here. And I meant to mention this early on because we've been talking a lot about upgrades. And last Saturday, we were trying out some new cameras. I do want to say that we have gone back to the old cameras temporarily until we get more tripods and lights and kind of all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to mention that because I know people like Adam are out there and, you know, someone who's a photographer who is probably looking for these things to check out, you know, what we're using and the differences week to week. So I just wanted to kind of share that because we did go back to the webcams and an old Canon that we're using for Couch Talk. So
oh yeah,
we're going to get there eventually where we're kind of upgrading the system. It's just kind of taking, you know, a few steps here and there. It's going to be like subtle changes week to week.
Yeah, I actually made a little comment in the chat to Adam because he's the only one that kind of gives us instant feedback on the cameras, which I love.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still going to be improving here and there. We kind of had to reset back to 0 in order to have a more reliable show tonight, and then we'll keep little improvements here and there. And I also made mention that we're looking to get a new Beast PC computer.
Well, I've mentioned that a few times on the show. Now, I haven't gotten up the guts to pull the trigger on it yet, but I need to. It's something that we've been wanting to buy for a while because Macs have not been keeping up in the creative world for people like me who do animation and video editing. And so even the new camera that we bought, the new Sony, when I shoot 4K slow motion footage, you know, it really, like, it barely wants to play on my iMac. So we kind of, it's like a necessary upgrade to change the rig and just to be able to move forward in life and technology and stay up to date with things, you know. So I'm going to have to force myself to learn how to use a PC. I haven't used one since I was 15.
Not a big deal. And Adam has been using PCs his entire life. And
well,
who else?
I've been using Macs my entire life.
Right, but
key commands. I can just like it's like I'm a Jedi when it comes to After Effects with key commands. You like that Star Wars reference?
Yeah, we were. So I think
Jeff loves me a little bit more now.
I think it was Susie that pointed out. It's just nice that we have something to share, you know.
A lot of things to share.
One more thing to share, not like the only thing to share.
Yeah.
And I think it was Susie who was in the chat saying that she felt that there were some things that were like Star Wars inspired
Ooh,
visuals
maybe.
wise.
And that's kind
It's
of
possible.
why I want to share what's going on in our life and like inspirations throughout the week, because we have, for anybody who's been watching this, we have been diving back into the original Star Wars. This is going back a couple of weeks, maybe like 3 weeks at this point,
Right.
where we spent a weekend watching them from start to finish, just the old ones.
Just the first three, right?
Just the first three. And then, because I hadn't seen them since I was a kid. And then Jeff really wanted me to use that as the foundation to dive into the Mandalorian series.
Right.
Which I was a little reluctant. I didn't think that it's not really my type of show. But now that I have seen it, I feel like my life has changed. And I have this whole new appreciation for Star Wars in general. And I am so beyond inspired by what they are doing to make that production.
Yeah.
Jon Favreau, who's the writer, director, creator of that series, did an insane job in this whole 360-degree LED studio space that they call the volume, where everything in the series, they're not actually creating animated 3D graphics in the computer afterwards. They're actually
projecting it essentially.
Essentially projected in their LED stage, and then they're building out with regular props and everything in front of the stage. You can't even tell. I watched their behind the scenes, like I'm blown away. I can't even comprehend the
cool.
technology.
I want to do something like that in here.
Well, and I think that we could.
Yeah, I'm thinking of ways of being able to do that. We would have to be able to like track a camera.
Well, that part I can't do.
And have the the things move. But I
have friends out there who know how to do that stuff, and so we're gonna tap our friends and join forces.
That's cool. I wanted to mention that we were smart and we had dinner before the show tonight.
Made me feel a little bit better.
We're not starving.
I'm not starving.
We were snacking too, bananas, granola bars.
Overall sleepy. I've just been.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I've been sleepy
I've
too.
just been so sleepy with the
winter
winter on top of a pandemic blues,
Winterdemic.
Yeah, I just kind of want to say again to everybody that you guys are all doing a great job out there, and if nobody's told you that in a while, I want you to know, because just getting through what we're going through right now is an epic feat, and everybody deserves to know, that they're doing great right now. That this is really hard what we're all going through. So I'm glad that we all can kind of get together on shows like this, even if it's just virtual. But it really means a lot to us to have this community to hang out with here each week.
Yeah, damn right.
Adam says the danger volume. That's kind of what we're working on here.
Danger volume.
We do have almost 360-degree projections. Now, what was different about their set is that they had the LED panels on the ceiling. So, oh wait, no, they didn't. I'm thinking of I follow all these projection things on Instagram.
No, they had ceilings on the...
Did they have the ceiling covered too? I don't know if they did. I'm thinking of Temple House in Miami.
That too.
If anybody wants to look that up on Instagram, I posted that this week for projection goals, because we have a black ceiling in the gallery here, so I can't project on there unless we paint it white. But it made a really big difference to open it up. And it does make me think forward to the future about what the Danger Gallery will be. This is Danger Gallery, version 1.0 here. And, because we're kind of off the beaten trail. If anybody has been to our space in Stamford, we're in an old warehouse factory building. It was the old Milk of Magnesia plant. And, unless you know about us, it's really hard to find, and there's a part of me that likes that. And then there's a part of me that wishes that we had a more public space, But anyway, things to think about in the future.
Yeah. It'll be wild to think that at some point this will be the old gallery.
Right.
That'll happen.
Yeah. And there was a space before this. There was the Danger Studio in a different part of Stamford before this, which was a much smaller space.
I like the idea of a new place would be the Danger Factory. Huge place.
Yeah. I'm still those names. I'm not settled on a name yet. I like the gallery because, gallery is all about kind of showcasing the work.
Well, there would be a Danger Gallery in the Danger Factory.
Oh, I see. You're going bigger. You're going macro level.
Yes.
Like zooming out a little bit.
I never know macro and micro. I know them in my head, but
Was
it takes
macro
me a minute.
zooming in?
Macro is
it's
on the
close.
larger
Yeah,
level.
that's what I
You're
was
right,
saying.
you're
Yeah,
right,
I was right. Okay.
And if anybody ever says the latter or the former, I'm totally lost in the conversation. I can never
Former
follow
is
that.
before.
I know
Latter
this,
is
but like it just
later.
takes me like a good 35 seconds to process it, and by
35
that time,
seconds.
everybody's just moved on, and I'm just I'm the one who had a public education.
It's okay.
Yeah,
You're doing okay.
I'm here. I'm smart enough. I'm good enough. Yeah,
And that's what we're here to remind each other.
that's right. That's right.
I want to share something that we started doing today, which is really fun. I told you we're experimenting with this new camera, which I'm definitely going to share with you guys soon. I am going to start posting on Wednesdays since we haven't done our live shows. So I'm going to start doing vlogs. It's just taking me a while to get started. But what we started doing today was filming Jeff's baking process for his magic chocolate chip cookies. I think he has a clip that he might want to play, but it looks like it might be on his phone. So we were at home kind of filming all the ingredients, and I think he's going to go through a little, ooh, careful, my light's down there. Can you see this little clip? It's like a sexy clip of making the chocolate chip cookie dough with Jeff's fancy mixer. And I'm using a really nice lens, a 24 millimeter lens, which kind of, I don't know, it just has that nice bokeh around it. That anyway, it's just like super sexy footage. And pretty soon we'll have a video that shows how Jeff makes his fancy world's best cookies.
Yeah, I just want to have some like nice music underneath it. It's not like me making cookies. It's just close-ups of like all of the deliciousness coming together.
And if I have my way, I want to make the story where it goes to music. That you're not actually saying, and now put in a teaspoon of salt. You know what I mean? That's not the type of video we're doing here.
Yep.
We're going very sexy, very cinematic, and kind of like food porn.
Yep. Yep. So I'll make these cookies.
Very satisfying.
And what was interesting is because we were filming them, the process was a little bit different than what I would normally do. And they've come out a little bit different. I haven't baked them up yet, but I just know there's something that might be a little bit better than what we normally do because I kind of put some extra time because we were filming. Anyway, if these come out and they're good, I think we should send some out to Leslie in her new digs as a housewarming present.
And you sent it to a friend recently, and it took like 3 weeks to get there. Is he in New York or is he in California?
Yeah, he's in Brooklyn.
Shoot. Okay, so it took too long to get to Brooklyn. But
the first time somebody stole it at his building, so he never got it. And then this time it took a good 2.5 weeks to get to him. All right. With that, it seems like a pretty solid stopping point. At this point of a Saturday night, I always want pizza now.
I know, it's like
I just want pizza.
It's one of those things where you do something a few times, your brain
habit forming.
It's habit forming. It holds that
is
memory.
Habit forming.
Somebody once described it like a snowfall, and then the sled that just goes down the same pathway. It's kind of like your brain. You're kind of forming these habits of wanting pizza each week.
Yep, that's right. All right. Well, this has been Couch Talk with Jeff and Holly. Tune in tomorrow where we're going to do a 10-hour version of just this.
Yeah, right. Or not.
I bet you everybody'd love it.
How about you give everybody a very quick update on your wood shop project?
Oh,
we bought walnut wood this week, and for anybody who's interested in woodworking, which I wanted to say a quick shout out to Mike, who I saw showed up, and I didn't get to say hi to you, but I know that you're also a woodworker, and Jeff is doing a very cool project. You might be interested in.
So we've mentioned the project once or twice in past shows. I'm making a media console cabinet so that we can have a record player, we can have a cassette deck. I have like an iPad for digital stuff, but it's really like a love letter to physical music and like just the 90s, basically. And yeah, so it's going to be this beautiful cabinet. You kind of open up the lid in the center, and then there's the record player and stuff. And I saw this great video on YouTube where somebody, who was amazing at this kind of stuff, ended up creating it out of like walnut and brass hinges and like brass mesh where the speakers go in there. And it looks amazing. So I am by no means an amazing woodworker, but I'm taking classes with a friend of ours who has a studio here in the building, Mark Andreas.
Shout out Mark Andreas.
Check him out. And so Holly and I went on an adventure to White Plains, New York, and we ended up buying some of the materials that we need. And you just go to these, random lumberhouses, lumberhouse?
Lumberyard.
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 Where normally, these guys don't even talk to you unless you like start off the conversation with a $20 bill.
Oh yeah, those guys
It's-
were kind of horrible
Yeah, yeah.
and
so,
mean.
So we did some teamwork where the guy was unresponsive. He didn't want to help.
He actually said, "Not today."
I ran off. I just walked away, being all like huffy, and I was mad.
And I gave him the death
and then,
stare.
And then I went and I did something. I came back. The whole time, Holly was just giving this guy a death stare. And I come back, he's all helpful, and he's like, "Oh yeah, oh,
Magic.
you know what? It's not that big of a deal. What you wanted." So, yeah, teamwork. We know how to make it happen. So we came back with all the material, and yeah, we're starting it up, starting up classes.
So I think Jeff will probably give us some updates each week as you kind of make progress on this.
Yeah,
Because it's a really cool, also very ambitious project, but in the end, it's
a
gonna
little
be
bit more
beautiful.
than I'm biting off a lot, but
Multi-talented man over
it'll
here.
be fun. Cookies, furniture,
Music,
websites. I can make websites, waffles.
waffles.
Yeah. Yep.
All right,
All
guys.
right.
On that note,
Everybody, good night. Love you guys.
I just want to say thank you guys again for hanging out with us here. I know it sucks that we're not doing the midweek shows, but we will start those up again soon once the time is right, once the cabinet is built and the upgrades are upgraded. If you guys enjoyed this show tonight, I see everybody in the chat is reminding each other to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It just kind of helps us share the show, something about the algorithm. But it's also always nice to know that you guys enjoy what we're doing here. And if you want to support the Danger Gallery, we have merch and stuff like that on hollydanger.com. I wanted to share, because it's winter now, that we have these cool hoodies. It's a full hoodie, like without the zipper. And pretty soon, I'm going to be giving it, this is kind of like my special sample, but it's got something cool on the back. It's got my Space Girl on the back. So these aren't up yet, but I'm going to put them up this week. So if you guys need a sweatshirt or beanies or anything to keep you warm, we got all that stuff, and that's a great way to support us through the merch. So, and on that note, again, big warm hugs. Hope everybody stays healthy and safe, and we can't wait to see you guys again next week. We will be back on Saturday night, and otherwise, hit us up, say hey on Instagram and Facebook and all those places. All right? Have a wonderful night, you guys. See you guys again soon.
Flash.